Today, we're diving deep into a classic piece of Indian satire from the absolute legend Harishankar Parsai. And we're going to meet a man who was, well, he was addicted to being miserable. And his story, I think, reveals a profound, maybe even an uncomfortable truth about our own relationship with happiness.
You know that feeling, right? When you're running late and you hit every single red light? Or the one day you forget your umbrella, it pours. It just feels like everything is a personal attack, aimed right at you.
Well, Parsai introduces us to a guy who didn't just feel this way once in a while. Oh no, he built his entire identity around it. For him, this wasn't just a bad mood. It was his entire reason for being.
This was his catchphrase, seriously. It was his hello, his goodbye, his whole mantra. You'd see him standing on the street in his undershirt, just telling anyone who would listen, and frankly, even those who wouldn't, that the world was deeply, profoundly unfair. And, of course, that he was its #1 target.
So, who is this guy, really? I mean, at first glance, he seems totally ordinary. But right under the surface, there's this one single grievance that has completely taken over his life.
So on paper, his life is fine. He's in his 30s, he's healthy, he's got a family, a steady job. But there's one thing that's not right. His juniors are getting promoted over him. And for him, this isn't just a problem at work. It's the problem. It's bigger than riots, it's bigger than famine. It is the central, defining injustice of the modern world.
So this one grievance, it acts like a cracked lens, you know? It doesn't just mess up his view of his job, it completely distorts how he sees everything, from the weather to family holidays.
And I'm not exaggerating. He genuinely believes that the entire machinery of the universe, from the sun in the sky to his landlord's repair choices, has one single purpose: to personally take him off.
So the narrator tries to make some small talk, right? He says, "Oh, thank goodness for the rain after that heat wave." But for our guy, nope. The rain is a personal inconvenience. It's a conspiracy to make his room leaky during a meeting. The sky itself is out to get him. Get this, he even manages to ruin a beautiful festival about the bond between brothers and sisters. For him, Raksha Bandhan isn't about family love. Oh no, it's a coordinated financial assault. He literally pictures all the sisters in the world getting together just to take his money. It's wild.
His default setting is always malice. The landlord isn't just making a cheap repair. In his mind, the landlord is actively scheming to save a few bucks at his expense. Every single interaction is another battle in the great war being waged against him.
And this brings us to the real heart of the story, the philosophical question at its core. What if the goal isn't to fix the problem? What if the identity you get from having a problem is way more valuable than any solution?
This is the key to his whole psychology. His entire sense of self, what makes him feel important and special, is built on this belief that he's a martyr. So if you take away his injustice, you're basically taking away his entire identity.
The narrator actually tries to use logic with him. He says, look, if getting a promotion is like 10 units of happiness, then your current salary must be worth at least 6 or 7 units. Why not just enjoy that? But this makes the man absolutely furious, because the narrator's trying to steal something far more precious to him than happiness, his special status as the wronged man. And this is where Parsai, the absolute master of satire, delivers his final, brilliant punchline. We're about to see what happens when you give a professional victim the one thing he claims to want more than anything else. It happened. The injustice is finally corrected. The great wrong has been righted. He got the promotion. This should be the happiest day of his life, right? The end of all his complaints. Finally, right? Wrong. So wrong. Instead of celebrating, he immediately finds the new injustice. The promotion came with a transfer. So now he's not been promoted. He's been exiled to a district office where no one can see his greatness. The victory is actually a defeat in disguise.
Okay, so the system, trying to be helpful, bends over backwards for him again.
His friends pull some strings, they get his transfer canceled, so now he has the promotion and he gets to stay at the head office. Now, finally, he has to be happy. And there it is, the final joke, the ultimate punchline. The problem was never the job or the salary or the location. The problem was an internal, deep-seated need to be wronged. The second one injustice is fixed, he has to invent a new one to fill that empty space. He needs something to complain about. It's like oxygen to him.
And this is where Parsai's satire just cuts so deep, it's almost uncomfortable. Because this story, which was written decades ago, feels like it could have been written yesterday about the world we're all living in right now.
I mean, just think about it. We all know people who seem to just thrive on negativity. In a world where victimhood can sometimes get you attention, a kind of status, this character is everywhere. He's in the comment sections, he's in office gossip, and if we're being really honest with ourselves, maybe a little bit of him is inside all of us sometimes. And that's really the core insight of the whole story. For this man, and maybe for a lot of us, the story we tell ourselves about our suffering can feel more compelling, more interesting, more us than the quiet, simple reality of just being okay. And that's the chilling question Parsai leaves us with. Are we really looking for solutions to our problems? Or have we, on some level, just fallen in love with our own misery? It's definitely something to think about. Thanks for joining us.